Okay, hello. Today we are here with Hui Ping from Peihua Secondary School. Today we want to talk about using AI in PE lesson. This year we collaborated so we wanted to use AI in our PE lessons. So maybe we start with talking about why. Why do we want to use AI in the PE lesson?
So last year, my school, we have an interest group. So this interest group makes up of teachers from different subjects, and then our topic is using AI for formative assessment. So in the other subjects, they were able to have a rubrics, and then they input into the AI, and the students could self-mark, and this helps them in their learning. So I was thinking, how can PE also allow students to have like a self-mark based on what the AI feedback to them, based on what the teacher put in the rubrics. So in the end, we kind of navigated. There was a chatbot, which then we were using POE, and then I was able to experiment and feed the POE with certain data that I want the students to follow. Maybe focuses on give feedback on teaching cues, game strategies, and how they should cooperate together positively. The whole idea is basically to allow students to have that avenue for a more effective feedback. Hence, wanted to try more along those lines.
Maybe I draw something. Okay, when you talk about effective feedback, right, you remind me of how students learn. Okay, this is our long-term memory. Okay, so this is our working memory. So long-term, we have many things. So we have many negative, positive. This year we talk about floorball, right? So I'm sure a lot of them have some prior knowledge of floorball or any territorial invasion game, football, basketball, whatever. They know that, I'm trying to space, how to hold the sticks, whatever, or they have seen people hold the sticks before. So what is our long-term memory? So when the teacher teach, right, usually we will say one or two things, then they will take some long-term memory, like how they hold the stick, then they will put in the working memory, then they will start thinking, practicing, and then after they practice like in the game, then they will have more long-term memory because those are experience. So as the teacher start talking about, okay, now I want you all to have feedback. Just now, how did the game go? What worked well for you? How can you improve on the game later? So they will start to take in all the experience they had just now in the previous game, and then they will start to talk about it. Then slowly, as they talk about it, they start to connect the dots. Then they start to join the dots together. So as they connect the dots, right, it becomes their new long-term memory. And then the more they talk about it, the more they practice, the more game they have, they will understand the game better. It's not like teacher tell the student what to do and then the student will understand. It's not like that. We all know that the brain must do the learning. But the thing is, it's not so easy. When we ask them to discuss, right, or we give feedback to each other, usually the students don't know what feedback to give, or they don't dare to give feedback. They scared their feedback is wrong. They scared people judge their feedback, or they scared their friend not happy with them. So when I saw you using the AI chatbot as a tool, it's like you give them some suggested answer first. You ask the student to go to the chatbot to get some suggested answer. And then this suggested answer, right, actually sort of like makes the feedback easier and makes their discussion easier. So that's what I observed. So I thought it helps them to want to talk more about it, give more feedback, discuss more.
It improves their quality of feedback also. So I think with the AI chatbot, I think for them is being able to unpack what is in the content on their own. So maybe they pick up 2 points that they can relate to, and then as they talk about it among themselves, they construct new meaning for themselves. Then maybe that's how they also try to build that long-term memory for them. I think part of the teacher's work is to help them find that connection. Like from, how ChatGPT or AI will give us so much solutions, then how do we help students to pick up, this is useful for me, and I want to be able to apply that, or I want to be able to tell this to my teammate, and then we can try that out together. So that's where our role come in. Okay, you all choose what is most relevant, or based on your weakness, is this something that you and your teammate can do? Then let's try it out. Maybe if this doesn't work, then we'll go on to the next point. So I guess that's how some of these routines can be repeated in few PE lessons for them to get used to it, and perhaps through discussion construct their own learning.
Just to build on to what you say, I remember I went to a course before, and then the first sentence that the lecturer told us is, all learning is social, all learning is emotional. So that one struck me. So it means that when we learn something, right, it's always social. We learn by seeing what other people are doing. Let's say we are working together in a floorball lesson, and I see you very motivated. I myself also want to be as motivated as you. If I see you like thinking of strategy, like okay, later maybe later we should spread out. We have one attacker, one midfielder, and one defender here. If I see you like devising some strategy, right, I myself also want to also devise a strategy also, because learning is social, man. We sort of imitate one another. It's not like teacher tell us what to do, then we learn. Let's say teacher say, okay, now I want you to think about just now the activity. How can you improve on the activity? If I see my friend not reflecting, or I see my friend not motivated to reflect, somehow I myself also got influenced by you. Like I also don't feel like reflecting also. So I think what you tried was you want the students to construct their own meaning, but you also understand the importance of the social aspect of learning. So you gave them a lot of opportunity to discuss after the game, to strategize. As I watched the lesson, right, I thought within that 2-3 lessons of you trying to use that AI chatbot to help them in the discussion, right, I saw that motivation grow along. After that 4 or 5 lessons, I saw them enjoying the game really.
I guess also sometimes when we want to go around giving feedback to a lot of students, we are limited by maybe students want to engage with us a deeper conversation. So we tend to not be able to go to every group in one P lesson. That's where the AI comes in. If they are able to regulate themselves, then they can also help themselves. I think all students will want to learn and feel that they can do it, right? And by using some of these methods, we empower them to be able to help themselves to be self-regulated, and then they feel confident as they discuss, they try out, they feel better about it, then they will want to do more. So it's also for them to build that confidence in speaking with each other, and building the confidence to give feedback positively. Then after that, the positive outcome of helping each other.
You talk about confident to speak to one another. We always tell students, be confident in yourself, talk to your friend, encourage your friend, say something positive to your friend or what, give a good feedback. But in my life, I've never had this kind of conversation. Like I tell my friend what to do, I encourage my friend what to do. If I've never done that before, right, it will be very awkward for myself. So I think the chatbot helped. The chatbot give you some suggestion, and maybe at the start you just follow what the chatbot say, then but after some time you just got more confident with it, and then you will have your own idea what to say.
I did tell the students to try before how to give my friends a good feedback. So they come up with many ideas, or even how to positively encourage them. Or sometimes even though they are friends, they lack this way of being able to encourage their friend positively. So they may look at some of the ideas and try out. It's like role playing. It's a period of time of building that culture of them using the chatbot and using it for them to improve.
I guess all learning is always we start from copying from what we saw, like what the teacher do or what another person do. It's always like I do, we do, you do, right? The teacher do first, show you how it's done, demonstrate how it's done, then we all do together. Then after some time you got more confident, you do by yourself, right? But the thing is, if everybody has different problems, then how can the teacher demonstrate how to say to your friend? Because every group have a different issue. Sometimes you just need that 40 assistant to help you. And the assistant, I think here is that chatbot. Maybe one last question. Let's talk about the platform you use. Just now you were saying POE, and then I think the most famous Gen AI we all know is ChatGPT. Then, so what platform do you use?
Now I'm using Magic School AI. So with that, it's able to track the conversations and the interaction that it has with the students. So you can actually see what kind of conversations the students are having with the AI. So as compared to POE, they don't track conversations. So previously, I used to ask students to screenshot what they say and then they post on Google Classroom or SLS. So that's a bit more troublesome to know what the students are thinking about. But with Magic School AI, I'm able to see what are their thoughts, what kind of questions they are asking, or what are the things they are struggling with. And most of them, they will say they want to shoot more accurately. So you can see every student want to improve. So even my lower readiness, how can I be more accurate in my shooting? They will ask these questions, they want to learn. Through that is reflective for me that I can do something to help these students because they truly do want to learn, just that these skills they are not there yet, or they are not able to pass properly, dribble properly with their implements.
I think you can also train the chatbot, right? How do you do it?
So you can customize your own chatbot by feeding it with instructions that you want the chatbot to follow. Like I will tell them to instruct students to go back to the task if they ask irrelevant questions. So you can upload files and feed it with the kind of content or instructions that you want it to be.
Okay, thank you so much for our chat on AI in P
Thank you, Francis.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.